This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
I'm so tired, I haven't slept a wink. I'm so tired.
Dwayne, you're making me sleepy now. Dwayne, our producer, always picks some gems there. We're talking about sleeping. SleepShop, a family-run business with 4 locations in the Lower Mainland. Farouk Manji is our sleep expert here today. He quarterbacks the whole operation. And so we talk about sleep and how important it is to us. So give us sort of an example of how much we spend in bed in our life.
Well, it's simple. A third of our life is in our beds.
Mm-hmm.
We are sleeping a third of our life. I mean, a lot of people nowadays with work and that will sleep a lot less. Like, I don't sleep that much. But,
well, you own a business.
Yeah.
You know, I always say people who own a business, you only work half time.
Yeah.
You know, it's from
true.
7 in the morning till 7 at night, or 7 at night till 7 in the morning. So you pick.
Yes.
So, but that third, you're supposed to be sleeping, getting
you
your
are
shut-eye.
supposed to be sleeping.
All right.
Even when we look at buying furniture, the furniture piece that we're going to use the most in the household is going to be your mattress. So it's important in that way to ensure that the right comfort, the right product is selected for you.
Now, have there been studies shown sort of before and after people sleeping on a mattress that they're not aligned with perfectly and then getting into one they really like? Do they sleep longer?
They generally will sleep on average. If you've picked the right mattress for your body, over time, you will kind of incrementally, you will see the benefit of it. But just on average, you will sleep anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes longer, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it just eventually does catch up with you and provide you that restorative sleep that you'll need.
Well, maybe it also helps you get to sleep quicker because, you know, the flipping and flopping until you get the comfortable position so you can actually relax enough to go to sleep. If you have a comfortable bed already, you're going to fall asleep hopefully quicker, right?
Yeah, so the science behind that is called balanced pressure. So as an example, when we are comfort testing you or when you're trying different mattresses, the first thing we tell you is that when you're laying there, try to feel like your body is just completely relaxed. There's no pressure, there's nothing pushing up against you, you don't feel like you're sinking in too much. Once your body is in that relaxed state, all the muscles around you will start to relax. And that's one of the quickest ways that you'll help fall into REM sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do most sort of doctors and chiropractors recommend for the type of bed? I mean, there's probably be some standard there, isn't there?
Yes, most will recommend a medium firm in terms of its feel. So you don't want anything firm. Or
I
too
made that
firm
mistake.
or too hard,
yeah.
which is probably the biggest thing that people do is they'll go in thinking they want the firmest mattress in the store, thinking that'll be the best for their back.
But you wouldn't sleep on the floor and think that's good for your back.
Well, exactly. And then on the other extreme, there are beds that can be very soft and cushy and comfortable, which you may find in a hotel and love the feel of that, but you can probably handle that for a couple of nights, but not for a long term. So you really want to be in that medium firm feel.
I travel a lot, and I find that a lot, that initial get into the hotel mattress, and it's like lying on a pillow. But after a while, you're like, I'm not getting any support here.
Yes.
Is it a bit of a hotel trick? Is that what they can
They are just trying to create that just very luxurious feel of an experience.
Of an expensive place to be, right?
That's right.
And some of them even have they market their beds. I think one of those, I can't remember what big chain, Marriott or something, has a cloud bed or something like that they promote. But yeah, it's interesting because it can kind of mislead you. So what is the variety of mattresses? Like, there must be a huge gulf of kinds of mattresses you can choose from.
Yeah, so in the range of coil mattresses, for example, the different brands will have different levels. So generally they're distinguished is the number of coils and the type of comfort layers that are built into the mattress. And that'll depend also on the budget. So if you don't have a big budget, you'd want to go towards one versus the other.
And that still is the basis of the business, is a coil spring mattress, right? That hasn't really changed much.
That hasn't changed much, but what is growing is definitely the all foam type mattresses. They've been around for decades and decades. But because of the memory foam craze, now what's becoming more and more prominent are latex, the all natural mattresses as well.
And there must be a hybrid of both. So you've got the coils there, and then whatever you lay on top of it. Because I know, having been in your store, seeing the cutaways of mattresses that you have, and you see all the different layers of contents that go over top of those springs. So you have the full foam style mattresses, and then you have this sort of hybrid. So what's the craze now? What are the layers that you're seeing with the main manufacturers?
Most of them are trying to incorporate the natural components. So you're having foams that won't off-gas as much. They've got certifications where they're made in Canada or North America. The foam that's used is of higher quality. There's less petroleum-based chemicals used in the foam. And then they're starting to use more latex as well, in incorporating them into the story of the coil mattress as well. Not everyone likes the support and feel of an all foam product. So to get that traditional feel, the hybrids are great, because you've got the pocket coil feel and support, but you've got the comfort of either a memory foam or a latex on top. Those mattresses are still the ones that we find, other than the all foam, you have less body impressions, less indentations, less valleys created because of two people sleeping close together in a king, for example. So the hybrids are really good for that.
And you're seeing other natural materials like wool making a comeback, and natural cottons and those sorts of things?
So
as silk?
Very good question. So a lot of the manufacturers are using components of wool, silk, using cotton in the fabric. But once you get into the specialty mattresses like Natura and the company that we'll be introducing called Sprout, they feature all natural. So they use 4 to 5, 6 pounds of wool just on the top layer of the mattress alone. The cotton they use will be certified organic, so there'll be no blend of anything in there. And then the latex they use will have certified organic or natural.
I think that's what I kind of have in my bed.
Yes.
Yeah. It's and I'm one of these people. I'm like, if I'm going to invest in a mattress, I'm going to get the best one that I can afford, and
Yes.
and that's not a bad principle to have on a bed, is it? I mean, you say to somebody that comes in and they have how much, or they might not have an idea of how much they want to spend on a bed. Is it always a good idea to when you're investing in sleep, to sort of buy the best you can really afford?
Absolutely. So what we do is we make sure that when we are going through a comfort test, some of the questions that we will ask, or we will inform the customer about, is that don't worry about the price. We're not going to focus there. We're going to really truly find what your needs are and to address those.
And that's where when you start with the comfort test. Let's see what works for you, and then we'll work backwards on the price, right? Is that kind of how it works?
Exactly, yes.
So walk us through the comfort test again.
So in the comfort test, we'll have 3 beds laid out. Each bed is got the exact same support foundation. So the coil, the firmness of the coil, the thickness of the coil, that is all the same. What differs between the 3 mattresses is truly the feel. So you've got a very firm feeling bed, you've got a medium firm feeling bed, and then a softer feeling bed. And we'll have you lay down. We will then introduce you to a pillow. So we'll ask you, do you normally sleep on your side, stomach, or your back? We'll fit you in with the right pillow. And then from there, we'll ask you to spend a minute or so on each of the mattresses and really feel what you like. From there, then we'll identify if you like the firm, medium, or the softer feeling bed. Then we'll take you to the mattresses that are in that either firm feel, depending on what you've chosen.
Right. And then you would look in the different avenues of whether you want to spend, this, or this, or you want to have a coil spring or a foam or a latex, right?
Exactly.
So if you say you want to go to a foam bed, you would say, well, these are the 2 or 3 that
are in the firmer feel,
Right,
but they're
right.
an all foam core.
Right.
And the other thing is we'll show you a bed that could, for example, it may be $2,000, and you just can't afford that or didn't think you'd want to spend that. Well, one, we have easy payment plans that can help
okay.
there.
That's good. Yeah.
So that's something that people take advantage all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We make that easy for you. But if you're still saying, well, no, I don't want to spend that, well, in that $2,000 category of feel, we may have something or probably will have something that'll be in a lesser price category that'll have the similar feel and some
And
of
that's
the
where these
components.
hybrids really help out, right?
That's right. They
So
do.
you get the support of the coils, but on top you might have elements of those pure foam or latex beds, right?
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, and you know what? It was interesting when I was doing this test and I went for the full latex bed, that it was one of those sort of hybrid beds that I found was just as comfortable. And do they hold up as well over time?
They do, and they. Well, I should also inform our guests that the warranties on mattresses up to last year would range anywhere from 10 to 20 years. So a lot of the specialty mattresses like yours, Tempur-Pedic, the hybrids, they all had a 20-year warranty.
Sure.
Now, the industry has gone to one standard of 10 years.
Okay.
But the hybrids, the Tempur-Pedics, the Naturas, the all latex mattresses of the world will generally last longer than an all-coil mattress.
So that's the price point, right?
That's right.
So you're saying, yes, we'll get you similar qualities or features into this less expensive product, but it might not last the same
as long.
But, 10 years, what's the average time that people switch a bed? If your customers coming in.
Okay, that's a great question. I'd say on average, people are changing it probably, at least the customers we see. They've made a mistake what they had before. It didn't last as long, whatever the different reasons are. 6 to 8 years.
Really?
The bed should last you if it's the right bed, the right quality, etc. You're also rotating it when you need to rotate it. You're using a mattress protector, etc., etc. Should last you a good 8 to 10 years. But
Right.
by that time, you should be replacing it.
Okay. And what happens? It just it just compresses out? Is that basically what
It
happens?
compresses out. Your mattress can double in weight. Over
This
that
is
time.
gross when you tell me this. Why is it getting heavier?
So the heaviness is all coming from your dead skin cells, dust mites, all the stuff that you shed off your body. It gets into the bed. So a good quality mattress protector.
That's why you need that layer there.
Absolutely.
And wash your sheets, change the mattress protector.
Absolutely.
And that's why some of these materials repel dust mites, like a latex bed or some of these foam beds, no dust mites, right?
That's right. They can't live and breed in that environment, so they completely get eliminated.
Do we have, this isn't off topic because you're the sleep expert, do we have a bed bug issue in Vancouver? Because I know, like in New York, every hotel's got bed bugs. Do we have that here?
There are pockets in Vancouver that they have this issue, but we have mattress encasements, which you can get if you're in an area or you just want to protect yourself. You travel a lot, you just don't know. You can get full mattress encasements that'll protect against that.
Just a quick offside. This is something that you might learn because I was at a pest control place. I had squirrels. I had a squirrel thing, and I needed to get a cage to trap them. And I'm in there, and there was a sign there about bed bugs, and they had they showed what the bed bugs, what to look for. I talked to the guy. I said, "So what do you do?" And he said, "The number one tip is for people who travel. Make sure that you know that metal stand you put your suitcase on." Put it on there and never put any of your clothes on the bed. So people take a shirt off and they put it on the bed, or they put their jeans on the bed. He says never put it on the bed. Always put it on your suitcase, and the suitcase should be on that metal stand. It says then the critters can't get in. So there you go.
That's a good
Something
tip.
from me to you. So now we are going to continue our conversation. We have Farooq Manji from SleepShop, the sleep experts. We're learning so much. The doubling the weight of your mattress is one I really didn't need to know, but it's probably worthwhile when we continue next on CL 650.
Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.